Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is BL World. So today we'll be doing Autumn Wind Dewdrops chapter 5. So let's get started. Unexpectedly, while offering incense, I coincidentally met the prince. The prince, please dispense with formalities. So you see him speaking to the prince as he smirks. Meanwhile, the prince responds to him, "Thank you, princess." Remember, he's calling him princess because he lied that he was a girl. So the prince thinks it's a girl instead of a guy. The princess's voice was gentle and soft, not as I had imagined. Today, I accompanied my mother to the temple to worship Buddha. I did not expect to meet the princess. I have yet to greet you properly, and I hope you do not take offense. So you can see him just looking at him. I just sent someone to call for you, and you have arrived. How can you say you have not had the chance? So the prince is happy and it's like, "Thank you for your generosity, princess." I just really don't get how we can't see that this is a guy. Dude has all features of a guy. Are you saying this because you think I'm pretty, petty, or whatever? So the prince looks down. That is not what I meant. It is truly my mistake. Forget it. I will not argue with you about this. So you can see the prince staring at the carriage. While the blinds are like flowing through his hair. And he just takes a glimpse at him. Still remember he thinks it's a girl and not a guy. You can see him blushing. So while he's looking, one of the servants come and it's like, "Prince, Madame is waiting." So he turns to look at her. Guys, please leave a like. It's really going to help the channel. "Here, Prince, you may go today. You may go. Today, I have come out in a simple attire. There is no need for such formalities. I delayed your matters. In a while, I will also go offer like incense." So that's the guy pretending to be a girl, the princess, quotes, speaking to him. "Thank you, princess. I take my leave." So meanwhile, later that day, you can see someone has finished eating. "Ning Er, I'm feeling a bit tired. I will rest for a while." "Mother, rest well. I have finished eating, so I will go outside for a walk." So it's the prince and his mom who have just finished eating. So we see him walking outside. So he goes outside and you can see the sun rays touching his face. And he like uses his hand to block the sun rays. Guys, remember, do not forget to leave a like. It really, really helps the channel. Greetings, Prince. The princess has invited you again. So the princess in quotes calls for him. So you see him, it's like the princess. Please lead the way. So you can see the prince and one of the servants walking to go meet the princess. So he finally arrives. Chen greets the princess. You see him bowing down and greeting. Remember, he's just listening to his voice. He can't really see him because it's always hiding. Prince, please dispense with formalities. So he can only listen to his voice, can't really see him. I just want to make it clear for those who haven't watched the manhwa before. Attendants, serve the tea. So the princess orders the servants to give the prince tea. There is no particular matter. I simply find it quite dull to offer incense alone. Since you happen to be here, I invited you over to chat. So you can see the prince trying to take a look. And what he sees are like feminine features, so I don't blame him. Prince, in half a month, you and I will be wed. There is no one else here. You need not to be so reserved. But the prince is like, etiquette must not be neglected. You are the princess, and I must uphold my duty and not overstep my bounds. So he takes his duties very, very seriously. So meanwhile, you can see the servants pouring tea. Do you also want to be like this after marriage? That is, them not being close to each other. But the prince is like, that is how it should be. Not talking to your wife. I don't get it. Even between husband and wife, should there still be such distance? You do not like me? You have not even seen me properly. How could you speak of liking? Says as he sips the tea. I do not know. You are very honest. That is an admirable trait. Let me ask you, do you think it is unusual for His Majesty to appoint a consort without an official title? But the prince like, I dare not comment on His Majesty's decisions. And looks away. There is no one else here. What you say will not be spread. So he doesn't say anything, the prince doesn't say anything. But the princess is like, you believe it is right. Still the prince doesn't say anything. And finally he's like, do not be angry, princess. I am tired. You may leave, prince. So he orders him to leave him alone. It seems like I should say something, but I do not know what to say. So that's the prince thinking, because he has no idea what he can do to make the princess feel better. So he decides to say, I take my leave. So see him walking away. While the princess's servant goes to him. I guess I'm just going to keep saying her. Goes to her and it's like, the prince has left. As she pours him tea. Like, you see him, he's a little disappointed that the prince wasn't able to say anything. So he drops the cup of tea. And then you see him getting up to take a flower. Look at this flower. Do you see anything different compared to the ones on the branches outside? That's him speaking to his servant. The flower in your highness hand is slightly smaller and not as fully bloomed as the ones on the tree. You are not wrong, says as he smiles. But the ones blooming proudly on the branches, no matter how beautiful, can only be admired from afar. What meaning does that have? Servant doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, then should your highness keep the flower in your hand? But I like that flower. And this is where the chapter ends. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a like as usual. Subscribe to the channel. Very important. Subscribe, guys. A lot of you are not subscribed. It would really help. Subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.